well again. So, guys, I just want to jump right into this topic. So, I was talking to my older brother the other day, and we just talking about flying and points and the whole business class experience and first class. And then he tells me a story that I was like, huh? And so he tells me that, you know, a friend of his told him about another friend whose marriage dissolved because, I mean, of course, I would like to think that there were other issues going on, but pretty much, this couple that loved flying first class, business class, and all of that stuff, like kind of sounded like he got addicted to the perks and just the whole experience of it all, and then he goes broke. He can't afford that lifestyle anymore, and his wife ditches him and moves on. And so he said that, and I responded, and I said, wow. I came back the very next day, and I said, no, that story kind of bothered me. And then he was like, why? I said, because it's a marriage. Isn't it for better, for worse, for richer, for poor? Like, I want to understand it. And I'm like, okay, how can the woman just up and leave because he's broke now? You were spending the money, you were enjoying the perks. So when things got bad, you ditched. Or I said, no, I'm not here to say, oh, that marriage never had other problems, but whew, that was a lot. So of course it's like, lately I have a couple of guy friends, they call me up, or when I meet them, we try to talk about relationships and what I guess men are looking for in women and stuff like that, and vice versa. And I'm like, look, we're all in our mid-30s. To me, I feel like at some point, we're grown up to, we're at the point that I feel like we can actually have a sit down and have a conversation about what we're all looking for, expectations in relationships. You know, I should be able to tell you what I can give you and what I cannot give you. I mean, like, I'm not even gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm the girl who loves to be in the kitchen. No, I don't. I'll cook for you. I'll cook. But if you're expecting me to cook every day, that's not gonna be me, for example, right? The things that I just feel like we can't just hop into relationships like we used to when we're younger. I definitely think, like, at the age that we're in, we need to kind of sit and have this conversation. Now, going back to the story of this guy and his wife, to me, it begs the question of, okay, dear wifey, I mean, you were spending the money, you were seeing the account, the balances go low and everything, but were you working? I mean, I have so many questions. Were you working? Were you you saw the account going lower and lower? Did you say something? Did you say no? And then before you're like, no. I honestly, I don't know these people, but it's just so heartbreaking for me. I feel like a lot of marriages are breaking up because of, I don't know, is it that people are not ready for it? Or I don't think anybody's ready for marriage. I've heard that before. When you get in there, then you start figuring it out. I'm not married, so I wouldn't know. So I'm hoping y'all can, those of you guys who are married and you're watching this, you can shed some light on some of these things about expectations and things like that. But this really bothered me, because it's like, you have different cases, people that get married, they have kids, and the man just leaves for another woman and moves on with his life. I feel like sometimes it's always easier for the man to move on versus the woman, especially when she has kids, right? And it's just one of those things that is still heartbreaking. And I'm not delusional to think that this could not be my story tomorrow, right? I just think that it just breaks my heart. It really saddens me. And of course, we like to do the whole finger pointing of, oh, did he know, or did she know, or, but the truth is, I realize that when people are in love, they're in love, right? Like, and we always have that prayer factor too, where you're like, oh, pray about it, blah blah blah. But I think I've said this before. God has given women instincts. We just don't listen to those instincts, and especially when man or woman, when they want what they want, there's nothing else anybody can tell them, because they're gonna go for it. you're gonna go in there and hit your head. But yeah, that story definitely bothered me. Like, man, I don't know how I would feel if taking that story for face value, right? I was really disturbed. I'm like, man, I mean, when the going is good, it's good, but when it's bad, you stick it out, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to be? So, I mean, you guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section about this. I mean, I know that a lot of, I have quite a few um, friends that are married. I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. I know that personally, I just always feel like God pairs opposites, right? There's a spender and there's the one person who saves. So there's always that, they always knock their heads and, no, we need to do this, we need to do that. But anyway, I'm gonna ask my brother to ask his friend like how it ended, because I really want to know, like, has the guy moved on? Has he worked on different things? Because if he was addicted, right, to business class and all of that stuff, then then it's something that he needs to work on to just get better. I've never flown business class before. But I hear that it's amazing over there. I'm the person who, as long as this plane is getting me to where I need to get to, we're good. And we get there in one piece, we're good. I don't care. But I understand like the perks of business class or first class. I would love to experience it, but not at the point of getting broke or not paying a bill, or to me that is ludicrous. So yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting, and this is just one of those little cases that you hear about marriages breaking up. There are plenty. I talked to one of my other big brothers, and he was telling me about a couple that got married, but she lived in a different country somewhere in Africa and he lived here, and it came to her job, it was more like, oh, I'm about to get promoted to this position. If I move, then I lose that. And so she was asking her husband to move, and he was like, no, I'm not moving, and so that's how a year later the wedding dissolved. And so of course it always begs the question of, I just always think that there were other issues in the marriage, and this is just highlighted it. But according to what my older friend was telling me, he was like, they had a big wedding, and I'm like, so we spent all this money just to dissolve this marriage like a year later? To me, it's heartbreaking. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because the whole one with the mileage, the air miles, not the air miles, but the business class flying, whatever, that really bothered me. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And guys, the weather is changing. It's getting colder. So yeah, in Texas, it's nice in the mornings, but of course it gets hot in the afternoon. But I'll take it. So it's October, guys. Happy fall. All right, bye.